Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and I appreciate you being here. Today we're going to talk about my financial goals for 2025. So the first financial goal that I have for 2025 is to max out my Roth IRA. The max contribution limit for 2025 is the same as it was in 2024, which is $7,000. I'll be finishing maxing out my 2024 contributions in December. At the beginning of 2024, I was still working on my 2023 contributions, so I feel a bit ahead of schedule compared to last year, just by the fact that I'll be able to start my 2025 contributions at the beginning of 2025. And that will work out to a little less than $600 throughout the year if I divide that up evenly for 12 months. My second goal is to invest $9,000 total. So that includes the $7,000 that will be going towards my Roth IRA, plus another additional $2,000 that I plan to put towards a brokerage account. As I've mentioned in my previous video, these are the only two investment accounts that I have available to me right now. I don't have any other retirement accounts that are available to me through my job here in Dubai. So it's important to me that I have money set aside both for my retirement and then my brokerage, which either could be for my retirement or for anything else that might come up ahead of that. My next goal is in my emergency fund. I keep my emergency fund here in my account in Dubai because that's my liquid cash. It's a lot easier for me to access. This is actually a very much copy and paste goal from 2024. I'd like to add an additional 10,000 dirhams into that. 10,000 dirhams is about 1 month of expenses. At the moment, my emergency fund is sitting around 6 to 7 months of expenses fully covered. Adding 10,000 dirhams, I'll be at about 7 to 8 months covered. For anyone who might be trying to convert that, 10,000 dirhams is about $2,700. So that would be 1 month of expenses for me. My next goal is kind of a general savings goal. At the moment, I have it labeled as house savings goals. I know at some point in the future, I'd like to purchase a property, whether that's my primary residence or a rental property. I don't know yet. Where it's going to be, I don't know yet. But I do know at some point this is on my list of things I'd like to do, and when the time comes, it's a lot easier to go ahead and pull the trigger when you already have the money set aside for it. So this year I plan to set aside 20,000 dirhams, which is about $5,500. And my last goal that has a specific target in mind is my net worth goal. I totally understand this is kind of an arbitrary number because you don't have total control over your net worth. It really depends on the fluctuations in the market. Especially having money invested in crypto, it means that you never really know what's going to happen. But having said that, my net worth goal is to add $20,000 to my net worth this year. This is something I track monthly, so that equates to a little bit less than $2,000 a month, which even on my current salary, I think is very doable. That brings me to my kind of like tick off goals that I will consider achieved just if they are completed. The first one is to increase my income. So I've spoken about this previously. This is to increase my annual income. I'd like to make more in 2025 than I have in 2024. And this can be from a number of ways. It might be an increment or a promotion at my full-time job, side hustle income, a bonus scheme, additional interest and dividends. Yeah, just having more money coming in will make achieving my financial goals a lot easier. My next tick-off goal is to set up and fully fund my sinking funds. So right now I do have one sinking fund that's set up for my vacations. It is located in a high yield savings account in the States because I do pay for a lot of vacations from my American accounts with American dollars. So I do have that set aside. I'd like to fully fund that one to $2,500. That, like I said, it's pre-existing. It does have money in it, but I do have plans to spend it. So once the big vacation that I have planned for this year is done, then I'd like to have $2,500 in there. The next sinking fund that I'd like to set up is for car maintenance. I do have a car. I have financed it. It's at a really low interest rate, so it's not something that I'm worried about. But I do want to have money set aside for if anything were to happen, to make sure when insurance comes out, I don't have to cash flow it. And any oil changes, any repairs, anything like that can come from this fund. So for me, a fully funded car maintenance fund would be 5,000 dirhams, which is about $1,400. The next sinking fund I want to set up and fund is for gifts. So this year it came to Christmas and I didn't have any money dedicated set aside. So I had to cash flow everything in my regular monthly budget. So I'd like to make sure I have money set aside for Christmas or birthdays or anything that comes up that I'd like to give a gift for. And for me, that would be fully funded at 2,000 dirhams, which is about $550. And then the last sinking fund that I want to set up and fully fund is my fund. This also is going to be sitting at 2,000 dirhams when it is full, again, $550. And this is for if I want to have a little bit of a splurge for myself, a little bit of a splurge for my partner, anything that comes up that might feel expensive in the moment. This is the money that is there to just spend. Because we are only going to be in Dubai for a little bit longer, we do have a Dubai bucket list that we want to be completing items off of. So if there's something that comes up that is on our Dubai bucket list that we have access to, the funds could come from here. And that's it for my sinking funds. The other two takeoff goals that I have, I guess they are kind of monetary, or they are kind of numerically centered. One is to have $30,000 in total investments. This would include my Roth IRA, my brokerage account, my crypto account, not my savings, not anything else, just invested assets. And then the last one is to cross the $75,000 net worth. Again, the same comments that this is slightly arbitrary, but if I am able to increase my net worth by $20,000, then I should be sitting around $75,000 anyways, considering where I expect to end 2024. So that's it. That's everything for 2025 for me. I am really looking forward to the year. I'm really looking forward to making progress on these goals. I'd love to hear from anyone else, especially someone who might be dealing with dual currency goals. I'd love to hear how you have your system set up. And thank you so much for being here. Please drop a like or a comment down below if you are here and you are listening. I'd love to connect, and I'd love to hear what goals you have set for the year. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good one. Bye.